Well, here we are, Hungarian Ridge. We've done this before, but we've come this way, and we're going back the way. I was going to ask Casey who he wanted to go first, and he just takes off. So apparently he's going first. So I was really hoping that my camera, which is a GoPro Hero 7 Black, mounted right over my mouth guard on my helmet, would pick up more of my talking and narrating, but it's still pretty buried in the drone, in the engine. And so I thought I'd just fill in kind of what I'd start talking about here. Leading up to this trail, we've already been like 20 miles or so, and we got up really early to get up here so that we could get back early and spend the time with our families, kind of have our cake and eat it too. And I don't know if that's the right answer for anyone thinking, or I've already done that, because I'm going on like 3.5 hours of sleep. And I did not have anything. I felt like awake and alert, but just strength and muscles just wasn't there. It didn't help that the 20 miles leading up to this, a lot of it was whooped out, single track, where your legs and knees are just bearing the brunt of pound after pound, as you're hitting the whoops or trying to wheelie over them and whatnot. So anyway, I'm just kind of complaining here about how I wish I could just be on my feet the entire way up this trail, and instead of having to sit down. But I'm like, well, but I got to be smart, and preserve strength and energy, because we got a whole rest of the trail ahead of us to go. And so I'm just like, it's better to be on my feet, but I can't. So here we are, sitting down. When you can see the fender, you know I'm sitting down. When I stand up, then the fender disappears in the shot. So, but love and life. This is a great trail. We've done it before. We've done it from the other side and come back this way. And last time we did it was about a year ago. And at that time, my friend Casey in front of me, who's currently on a 2019 Beta 300RR, and I'm on a 2020 KTM 300XC. At the time we did this trail a year ago, he didn't have a bike yet, and so he was riding my spare bike, which is a 2005 Honda CRF450X, and then I had a 2018 250XC, and we got a chance to switch back and forth on the bikes, and the difference was pretty amazing to me. The 450X was what I had for a lot of years, and I didn't know any different. And then, you watch enough YouTube videos and whatnot to hear how the two-strokes just do really, really well in this environment here in Idaho, mountain single track anyway. In this particular section of trail, not so much, right? But when the trail gets gnarly, the two-stroke just really loves, or I won't say loves, but it lets you slow the engine down without having to cover the clutch and then pull right up and out of it. And so to be able to feel the difference back and forth was kind of cool. It makes me love the two-stroke for this kind of riding, at least, quite a lot. I love my Honda and I have a hard time getting rid of it. My wife tells me I need to sell it because I don't need it anymore. And given the choice between the two, I probably never choose to ride it, and so why keep it, right? That's a good argument on my sweetheart's part. But sentimental reasons, I hang on to it. He was riding it, and it was definitely more difficult to be on that older Honda than it was on these modern two-strokes. And so, is it worth it? Is the question I raised to pay the money. If you have a nice, an old reliable motorcycle, mid 2000s or so, like the Honda 450X or a Yamaha 450WR and the whatnot, is it worth upgrading when those bikes run great, they're reliable, they're fun? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. For me, I am glad I made a switch to the two-stroke. It's expensive, and is it worth it? I don't know. I try not to think about how expensive it is, but just enjoy the feeling I get and the entertainment, I guess you could say, and the exercise that it gives me. Not that the other bike couldn't do all that for me, but these modern European two-strokes they're just more fun. They're light, They don't feel heavy. That Honda 450X just feels heavy. It wants you to sit down and just ride slow. And these modern European two-strokes, like Beta, KTM, at least those two, those are the ones I have experience on. They reward you for standing up. You can pick up the front end. They're really light, and I know a lot of that's the physics in the rotating mass of the four-stroke engine and the two-stroke engine. And the two-stroke wants to change direction, or lets you change direction a little quicker, a little more playful-like, and the four-stroke's more stable and straight line, traction kind of a thing, I guess. And so that's what it comes down to. The two-strokes, these modern European two-strokes, they just reward you for standing up and for being playful with it, right? Helps me want to be better, helps me want to be more aggressive, because it lets me do it. Now I don't know how much of that is suspension and chassis geometry, because it is a 2005, so it's 15 years old. I haven't been on a modern trail four-stroke that's fuel injected. Maybe they're lighter and playful, probably. But in this case, these two strokes are pretty great. Whether they're worth the price or not, I don't know. That's to everyone to decide if it is on their own. For me, I don't have any regrets. My buddy Casey up there, he got his 2019 Beta 300RR. He just, for a really good price, brand new from the showroom. It was stickered at like $7,000. It was marked down so they could move it, I think, to make way for the 20s, because the 2020 Betas were counterbalanced, and so maybe the dealer was afraid that they would sit there on the lot too long, so they really brought it down. So he got an amazing deal on a current 300 European two-stroke, and that bike is fantastic. Now, yes, it's not counterbalanced, but you really don't care when you're on the trail. You only really feel it maybe on a trail like this, or a fire road where you're just trying to get back to the truck, or ride to a trailhead and you're at maybe sustained RPM for any length of time. But when you're on the trail, you really you're not thinking about it. I guess you notice it, but you're not really thinking about it because you're thinking about the trail. But a fantastic bike. It's got more liveliness, I guess you could say, than this 300 TPI. And I've kind of grown to, appreciate the nice linear power that the KTM, kind of the direction they were heading with that TPI. And now I've become, I don't want to say reliant on it, but I know, I'm familiar with it. It's predictable to me. But the Beta power would be predictable to anyone who owned it and got used to it, right? It's all just what you ride and what you get used to. But they're both fantastic. The 300 two-stroke just chugs and lugs and groans, and I find it bailing me out of tricky situations more often than not. It almost does get you lazy in the sense that you don't have to cover that clutch. And in fact, on the trail behind me, I was in second around some of those hairpins, and I'm just like, oh, I should be in first, but I like second if I can get away with it, because then it will give me a surge of power if I need it to carry momentum over obstacles and things. But anyway, it'll let you do that, where the four-stroke, I think you're going to want to be shifting if you're going to down in those lower RPMs and the slower technical riding and stuff. But they're expensive. These modern two-strokes are expensive, but so are the four-strokes. I guess the European ones are anyway. And maybe the 450 isn't the right bike too for this. I haven't been on a 250 four-stroke on the trail, so maybe it would be even better than the 450. Just the 450, just really heavy feeling. Gets hot really quick. You definitely want to run a fan when the trail slows down. Not where we're at in the trail here, but later on in the video, the trail will slow down, and those big bore four-strokes, not as fun. I guess I'll just say it that way. You can do it. You can man up and do anything, really. But I enjoy these modern European two-strokes a lot more. The 250 I had, the 2018 250, I really enjoyed it. I'm really liking this 300. It kind of rewards my riding style a little bit better than the 250 does. I'm kind of a short shifter grandpa, so it's one of those things that the 300 kind of suits my style. The 250 revved out, it was a little more exciting, but I'm enjoying the 300 at this current point. So here we get on the trail, and this is kind of where it starts. From this point, there's nothing that goes off trail. It doesn't fork, doesn't turn. It's just this is the Hungarian Ridge Trail in Idaho City that will take us to a lookout, and it's great. You know, this kind of stuff, the scenery. It's really green right now because of all the spring rain and early summer rain that we're getting. But probably in a few weeks, it's going to dry out and not be quite so green looking. But for now, we're going to enjoy it. And yeah, this is good stuff.
He got on his feet arm. This doggy paddling here. Oh, come on, Dolly. See how you get in these ruts and it sucks your tire. You guys, everyone knows that. There we go. Stay neutral. Get up, get up. Remember this part. Oh, what is my problem, Gally? I have got to get up on my feet. All right.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Your fan's on.
It's on. Okay, good.
Hit that stump third and lost all my momentum.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first time. And the second time I just lost momentum. I was like all over the place trying to sit down. Like, oh my gosh.
I was being so lazy.
So Jeremy wanted me to wear it, I think, so I can record him, but we'll see. Third gear, second gear. Little switchbacks. Try to stand up the whole time. Back of the arms, around the tricep area. Good thing I worked those out. Clutch it up in third gear. I don't know what to talk about. So I guess during all this we could just play music, right? That'd be a good time for music. Guess we could talk about the differences in Jeremy's bike and my bike. I mean, they're both 300s, right? Should be the same, you would think, but no. KTM has to get all plush and be like a Cadillac for an old guy. Where Beta, oh my goodness, you want to feel alive? You want to feel a rush? You want to feel raw power? Get on one of these babies and all you want to do is go fast and jump and spin that tire. Honestly, and maybe it's style a little bit, but I have a feeling I will go through a tire. I could easily go through a tire twice as fast as Jeremy goes through a tire. But he likes to kind of take it easy and not really hot rod it, right? Whereas I really enjoy that hot rod. It is such a beautiful day. The weather's nice and cool. Trails are starting to warm up, so they're getting a little dusty. But not too bad. I'm still pretty close to Jeremy, and he's just doing a good job not dragging that tire. So you're not making a lot of dust. Hit my foot peg right on that big rock we went past. That kind of jarred me a little. Have to say, I really enjoy being the leader, just so I don't have to eat all the dust. Nobody wants to eat dust. And when you're following this close, it's easier to see the trail. If you're the leader, pounds he has, swaying back and forth. He's feeling good. Jamie, this shot's for you. Leaning into the hill too much there. It's a bad habit of mine. End up stabbing, tag the tree there with my shoulder. Of dirt. We just talked about how that's my favorite. Love that dirt. All right, let's get back up there. How pretty is this? See Jeremy lift his foot over that log there. He's afraid he's going to hit the peg on it, but it cleared it. I'm gonna eat you! I'm that close, so I'd have to hope he's in the right spot. Pretty much just follow his line if I can. I lost it. All right, here we go. Lost the trail there. Rock. For the break at any second if Jeremy slams them on. Everything's guarded, clutch brake. Yep, there it is. We should have passed him. That would have been awesome. I'm always looking for a chance to pass him. Because it's, in my head, it's always a race. That just makes it fun. Nice jump. It's the brake. Didn't have it guarded. Woo. I am feeling it now. Well, crash there. That's what I get for falling close. All right, looks like we're recording. Had a little crash. Hurt my ego. Other than that, I'm all right. Nice little front flip. Well, what'd we learn? Well, let's think about it. One, logs will get you if you can't see the trail. They'll just jump out and grab you. Hey, buddy.
Right.
Guess what happened?
What?
I did a front flip over the handlebars. Yeah.
Oh!
You can see my crotch through my pants right now.
If you're gonna do it, you do it right. Oh. How did you get the log?
Can you see it? There's the peg bent down. Yeah. I was right behind you. I mean, like right on your butt for the film. And you went whoop, and I wasn't ready for that. And I started to, and the front wheel hit, and then the peg hit, and I just went whew, right over, and the bike went down. Yeah, well, I'm sore. Okay, we've bent what we can on the foot peg. Try to get back up. It's still gonna feel way weird, but we've done what we could. Can you see the hole in the pants? Yep, there it is. So, lessons we've learned. If you can't see the trail, logs will get you. So maybe I'll back off a little bit. It'll be a little less boring, a little more boring. Not less boring, more boring. We'll see. Should we pass him right now? He's just sitting there. I feel like we should pass him. There we go! Woohoo! I feel like I'm leaning to the left. Yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to. This is it? I saw one break off that way. This is it, right?
Oh.
I thought I did. Maybe they just went around something.
Should be it, 'cause we're headed.
They might have just gone around something.
Yeah. That might have been the one snowdrift from Carl's video.
Okay. Uh-oh. Tree! Can't log hop that one. Another one. Look at the size of these guys. wheelie over those. Not really a jump, but a little one. Handlebars might be bent just a little bit, but you compensate for it real fast. Your brain just goes, yeah, this is the new normal. But I think I can feel it just a little bit. Nothing bad, nothing to worry about. Oh, we got a big rut here. That's great. Huh. Oh, let's see here. Now what? We're gonna do this. Maybe not. I tried. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit much. Really touch the ground there. Too short. Decided it's hard when you're short. I don't know if any of you guys have that problem, but I'm literally like sideways on the bike right now because I'm so short. My buddy's just watching me. Come on, just get this done already. Why didn't you just turn the corner? I see it in his eyes. I tried. I chickened out. That's why I didn't turn the corner. Should have just hit the back brake and slid around it. Been a man. But I chickened out. No dabbing. Right at... Let's see if Jeremy's caught up to us. Let's see if he dabs, if I can hold still. Nice, buddy. No dabbing. Maybe there at the end.
Does that tempt you?
What?
Does that tempt you?
No. Too high.
Way too high.
Oh man, that butterfly just went right in my helmet, the face of my helmet. I almost ate it. Almost in my mouth. Would have been a tasty treat. A little extra protein after lunch. Trees. Oh, corner. Lost all my momentum. Stuff's pretty loose. Like all over the place. Neutral. back there somewhere.